excited to get back at it. We probably wasn't excited about our practice tonight. A lot of rust, a lot of fumbles, a lot of turnovers. Expected that many days off, but I thought the effort was there. The focus of trying was there, but with a lot of fumbles, a lot of missed easy shots. So we got to get the rust off the pipes. Luckily, we had today to do it, and come back in tomorrow and kind of shore it up.
James practice, how's he looking?
Practice, yes, he is.
Back to
We'll see. No, I don't think anybody was 100% tonight. So,
Coach, are you looking forward to? I mean, it's another marker. Like, I know that you want to get back to the playoffs and you want to advance, but to get to this point where you were last year, it started to kind of wobble. This is kind of like a milestone. It's a marker that you get here and you want to go forward from here, as opposed to what happened last year.
No question. Again, I thought we kind of put it in a cruise control. We had such a big lead at that time. We don't have that this year. Right. We're fighting every week, every 2 weeks for games. I mean, we only have a small lead on the team behind us, and if we stumble and fumble and fall, we don't have the cushion we had last year. And I thought we were a victim of that last year, of having such a big cushion in our division and guaranteed that spot. We kind of played like it. And now we got to come out full speed ahead, continue to try to get better in every facet of the game from here in the last 30 games.
Have some of the guys that were around last year talked about that?
I don't know. You have to. No, it's not something we talk about. We talk about what happened in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And, that's our last. A year ago, we got a totally different team. I look, our last game against Chicago, we got a totally different team almost. They got a totally different team. So we can't be victims of looking at last year. We got to learn from last year, but we can't dwell on it, especially a year ago. We got to look forward, look to the present, be in the present, get better right now. The way we practice tonight, we got a ways to go before Friday night.
Dwane, kind of piggybacking on that, I talked to Kyle and DeMar about this a couple weeks ago. So much was made last year of Paul Pierce in the playoffs and talking about it and the it factor and whatever else. Do you think your team has more of it this year based on how it's played and the defensive attitude with the sort of new makeup?
First of all, it's too early to talk about the playoffs. Right now, we got 30 games to go. I mean, we can't, again, we fall back victim of that, assuming anything and everything. We got to cross our I's and dot our T's to win regular season games. And we just saw what happened in Minnesota. If we don't come out and play our game, play to our identity, we can fall victim to anybody. We're not good enough, again, to walk out there and say we're here and just play. We got to go out, execute, and think about each and every game. We'll worry about the playoffs the closer it gets to it. We know what the goal is in mind, but right now we got to worry about Friday night, Chicago Bulls. And if we think beyond that, we're shame on us.
That said, though, it's the deadline tomorrow.
You have to talk to Masai on that.
Are you looking forward to getting any of those distractions?
You have to talk to Masai on that. Again, we don't talk about that. We talk about pick and roll defense.
For players to be maybe a little worried. Will it be nice to get it out of the way, though?
Well, it'd be good to get it out of the way. But I have no control of that. Don't even know, what's going on. I'm concerned about these 15 guys we have under contract right now, and that's my responsibility. And the game Friday night. That's the most important thing to me right now.
The timing isn't great for a coach with the deadline coming right after All-Star break, before you've even hit the floor for your first game after the break.
Well, the thing we got to get used to with these long breaks is how much rust there is before the next game. I think that's our major concern. There's a lot of time, usually, 3 or 4 days or whatever it was. Now you got 7 days or 9 days between games. That's a lot of time. You can get really out of condition and be susceptible to injury. So we got to think about how we want to come out of the break. We did, as a coaching staff, kind of schedule things, kind of really work into it. A lot of running tonight, a lot of conditioning, just to get our body and our legs back into basketball shape, because guys can do what they want to do those days off, but it's very difficult to simulate NBA speed, physicality, and all those things.
What do you think of how the All-Star went off in Toronto?
I thought it was great, Ryan. I thought the city did a great job of hosting the game, all the festivities, the dunk contest, three-point. The game had a lot to be spoken for. It wasn't really a game. It should have been a shoot-around, But again, a lot of talented young men. I thought they put on a show. But the city, our MLSC, put in a lot of time, a lot of work. The NBA, everything was first class. I know Larry Tannenbaum enjoyed George Cope had a dinner Friday night for all the owners. Big time. Masai and his function that he had for the Giants of Africa really showed the NBA that Toronto is a cosmopolitan city, ready and capable of having a big-time basketball program is what we're building for.